Dr Polyvios from a Doctor's View podcast. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. As you can probably tell, I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have a very professional video setup here. I'm using the inbuilt camera on my iMac. I've got a desk light shining onto my face to try and get some form of exposure, and I've got a very overexposed window in the background there, and I'm using a spare bedroom, which is also the study. So what I'm going to do for this video is I'm just going to run through some different microphones that some of us may be thinking of buying, but also we might actually have. You should mute your phones before doing a video. Some microphones we might have available to us and some microphones that we might be thinking of buying. So I'm going to give a comparison between the inbuilt microphone on the iMac and also the very ubiquitous Apple earbuds. Then I'm going to talk about and give a demonstration of this, which is a Behringer XM8500, and it cost me £13.99 on Amazon. And what you can hear now is the Rode Procaster, which is about £130, £140 depending on the time that you buy it. So it's cost about 10 times more than this. One thing to note is I'm running the two professional-ish microphones through this. They are XLR microphones, and this is what's called a Triton Fethead. This is a microphone activator, and it uses phantom power because both these microphones are dynamic microphones. They don't normally need phantom power, but with this uses phantom power, and what it does is it amplifies the signal for some form of clean gain. The reason why I use it is because dynamic microphones typically require a lot more gain than normal, and there's thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube about the comparison between this and a cloud lifter. I have tried a cloud lifter. It sounds to me very, very similar. I preferred the fuller sound of this, although some people prefer the cleaner sound of the cloud lifter. But the biggest selling point for me was that this was about over half the price. So I managed to get two of those for the price of one cloud lifter, and you didn't need any extra XLR cables like you do for the cloud lifter. You can check them out. Anyway, I'll get on to the comparison, and first of all I'm going to start off with the inbuilt audio on the iMac. So this is the inbuilt audio that you can hear from my iMac. It is using the inbuilt microphone, which is situated at the top of the computer. As you can hear, it's pretty echoey, it's pretty rubbish, and I wouldn't expect anyone to listen to a podcast for very long with this audio quality at all. It just about passes for some form of Skype conversation if you're lucky, and to be honest, even that's at a push. You hear that? You hear that scratching? If ever you're listening to one of my podcasts and you're wondering what that scratching is in the background, let me show you. Come on. Time to shine, Theo. It is this little guy, and he is always appearing in my audio projects, scratching away and burying and causing lots of mayhem, but we love him to bits, so can't really do anything about him. Say hello and don't wee on me. Anyway, where were we? Now you're hearing my voice using the Apple EarPods, and I've got the microphone held up near my mouth to give it a fair chance. It's probably a little bit better than the inbuilt audio on the iMac, but again, it's not very good for a podcast. It can be used, it's just not the best, and for not very much more, you can get a lot better. But for phone calls, it's okay. Now you can hear my voice using the Behringer XM8500 microphone. As I said before, this cost me £13.99 off Amazon, and it is running through my Scarlett 2i4 interface and using the Fethead as a cloud amplifier. It's pretty good, I think. I think for the money, it's absolutely fantastic. It is an XLR microphone, so you do need a little bit of extra equipment, but some of the equipment you can buy, be it an audio interface, can be picked up for around £35 if you're not looking for anything fancy. And also you can, given that it's a dynamic microphone and doesn't need phantom power, you can power it through an XLR to USB cable and run it straight into your computer for really easy recording. I've got it on a very simple stand at the moment, which costs me $4.99, and it does actually come with a mic clip as well, so it's a pretty cheap deal. You probably saw in the video that I had a foam cover on, a pop filter on, and that's because my voice lends itself to a lot of plosives. It may also be my mic technique as well, which I'm trying to develop on, but I have got a pop filter on. They're very cheap bits of foam that you can buy, or you can buy a more traditional nylon type one, and they do their job very well. If I take the pop filter off, you'll hear that there is a subtle difference. I'm going to do that now. So now this is the Behringer without the pop filter. It does pick up some plosives, but again, I'm not using the best mic technique here. It's more just for demonstrating purposes between the different types of microphone. Some people say it might sound a little bit cleaner without the pop filter on. Unfortunately, I will struggle to use it without one. And now we're back to the Rode Procaster. So hopefully it was a useful video to show a comparison between the different types of microphones. Yes, it's probably more useful for the comparison between the Behringer and the Rode, but at least it gives you an idea that you don't need to spend huge amounts of money in order to get better audio than what comes with your computer or with your typical mobile phone earbuds. It's quite annoying how good the Behringer is in comparison to the Rode, given how much more expensive the Rode was, but I don't really regret buying it. I do enjoy this microphone. I think it does its job well. It does give a slightly fuller voice and it can be edited a bit easier, I think. But again, it's personal preference. I use the Behringers as my mobile microphones and take them to interviews. I've got 2 of them. That's my comparison of the different microphones that I own, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, which one sounds the best. I hope it's this one, but I'll let you guys decide. See you again next time. Bye.